What's up, guys? Welcome to another Amazon FBA video, and in today's video we're going to get into a good topic here. We're going to talk about how to make your very first Amazon FBA sale. Now, let me tell you guys, when I got my very first Amazon sale, when I first started my Amazon business back in early 2017, it was one of the most life-changing moments for me in my life, because when I opened up my Seller Central account on my phone and I saw that I had made a sale, I saw that, okay, I just made money without working, without, working a 9-to-5 job, without actually, just like having to go to a job and all that kind of stuff, right? I realized like something completely changed in my mind. I realized that from that day on, my life would never be the same, because I discovered that I can make my own income, I could control it, and I don't have to actually go to a physical job. I don't have to depend on a physical job for me to live an awesome life, for me to reach my financial goals, and not only my financial goals, but all my other goals in life. So I can tell you that was definitely one of the most life-changing moments in my life. But for you, it will be exactly the same actually. When you reach that point when you can, look at your Amazon Seller Central account and you see that you've made money, maybe in your sleep, right? Maybe sometime also you're going to realize this when you woke up from your sleep, and then you look at your Seller Central account and you've made maybe $50, $100, $200 overnight from making sales, because obviously that's the beauty of passive income, because, your products are being sold 24/7. It's not like you have to, go to a job and you only get paid when you're working at the job, or it's not even like you have like a business, like a physical business where you have to be, actually outside selling something. It's like totally online, 24/7 someone can buy your product. And that's why online business is truly amazing. And obviously if you're watching this, you definitely realize that. However, it will take work to get to that first sale. You see, just like anything in life, anything that's worth having requires effort. Not like an insane amount of effort, right? Because, in society, unfortunately or fortunately, right, depending on how you see it, there are literally no standards. And because there are no standards for, most things in life, it doesn't really take that much work to really succeed past everybody else. Right? And that's just the simple truth that I realized. So it will take some effort and it will take some work, but it's not like something that is absolutely insane. It's something that you can do, and it won't be insane. Like, it's totally doable. Now, there is a certain formula that you have to follow in order to get to that first sale. And the goal is not only to make one sale. Obviously, it's really make it the start of your online business career, right? Of your successful online business, and make many more sales, hundreds, thousands, right? And but there is a formula that you have to follow. And of course, it starts with finding a great product. So if you haven't found a great product, well, obviously you can't make a sale, right? So we need to start with product research. And when you do product research correctly, right? If you're just watching YouTube videos, and if you're just, using all these different tools, and if you're just, trying to do stuff on your own without any kind of mentoring, without any kind of help, then don't be surprised if it will take you a long time to hit your goals. So you need to start doing product research, and you need to be consistent with it. All right, so you can't just do it one night, you can't just do it 2 nights. You have to do it on a regular basis. You have to set aside maybe time after work or before work, or if you're not really working a 9-to-5 job, well, then you've got all the time in the world, right? You literally don't have an excuse. Just set aside some time. It doesn't have to be like 5 hours. It can be 1 to 2 hours, maybe a night, right? And do that 4 or 5 times a week. Just like the gym, maybe 1 to 2 hours of working out, 4 to 5 times a week. That's all you need, right? You don't need to do it every single day. And one of my favorite quotes in life, and that's by Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he said, life is a series of reps and sets, and that's all it is. All right, so if you put in the sets and if you put in the reps, then you will see progress and you will see success. There's no other way. And when you're doing product research, make sure that you really set that time, set it aside. No distractions. Don't lie to yourself. Put your phone away. Put it on like flight mode, right? Do not look at your phone and just do product research, because there's no point in kind of half doing product research, half being on Instagram, half being on YouTube watching random videos, right? That's not, you're not going to get anywhere in life. When you're doing something, you have to give your complete and ultimate attention and focus, or else, and this might sound like common sense, but let me tell you, 99% of people today, and it was even a challenge for me to, just completely put my phone away and really focus on the task at hand. So when you're doing the product research, just focus, and do not let any distractions get to you. And when you're doing the product research, keep your eyes open for a product where you can really come in and do real entrepreneurship, right? Where you can really come in and give actual value to the target market that you're serving. So let's say that you find a product in the barbecue niche, right? So make sure that the product is actually, improving the other products, like getting them to improve, right? Because once your competitors see that you've actually, differentiated, you've actually improved your product, they're going to start realizing, hey, this seller or this brand is offering more value value than my product. So, that's going to get them to start actually catching up and things like that. So that's actually like improving and providing value to a particular target market, to certain people, right? And so that is real entrepreneurship, and that's how you get paid. It's as simple as that. Now, the next part, of course, and I'll briefly go over it, that is finding a supplier. So, once you did the product research, right, now we're one step closer to making our first sale. Now you need to find the supplier, and it's going to be really quickly. I'm just going to explain to you that when you're finding a supplier, make sure you're finding 3 to 5 suppliers at least, right? And make sure you negotiate with them and all that kind of stuff. You can find them on Alibaba.com. I cover this in a lot of my other YouTube videos. And now, we briefly went over the supplier part, and now we're going to talk about listing optimization. This is crucial to making your first sale, because if you don't have an optimized listing, you are not going to have any sales, period. Not even if you launch, not even if you do any other stuff, any of the other stuff that's part of the success on Amazon formula, right? So you need to make sure your listing is optimized. And to have an optimized listing, and I go over this in detail in all my other videos on this YouTube channel, and as well as, of course, in the Ecom Freedom course, but when you have a listing, make sure that you're paying attention to the title, to the bullet points, and to the product description, as well as the back-end keywords. So actually 4 things, right? The most important, I would say, is title, bullet points, and back-end keywords. The product description, most people don't even look at it, but of course you want to make it look nice. So for the title, my biggest advice to you is to put in the highest search volume keywords, and you can find that using the Keyword Scout tool on Jungle Scout. So put in the highest search volume keywords in your title. And what that's gonna let Amazon know, it's gonna tell Amazon the keywords to rank you for. And Amazon will not rank you for every single one, but it will kind of, maximize your chances of getting a good rank. And if you rank well for those keywords, then obviously you're exposing your product to more eyes. More people are gonna click on your product, and then they're gonna make a decision whether they wanna buy it or not. So title needs to have the most searched keywords. The bullet points need to be like amazing. The bullet points need to be hypnotic, all right? So what that means is that instead of just writing high quality, premium, money back guarantee, make sure that you're really giving them the experience and making them visualize them owning that product and using it, right? So like, for example, you can kind of start with like, experience the power of whatever. That's an example of a bullet point, and it's something that I've been using for all my products, and it really makes a huge difference in your conversion rate, which is pretty much the ratio between the people who go on your page and don't buy, and the ratio of the people who go on your page and buy. It's a percentage. So the higher your conversion rate, the more of those people that are going on your listing, the more of them are actually buying. So title, bullet points, and then description. Just make sure you write out a nice description. Most people don't look at the description, but you want to make sure it's nice. And then back-end keywords, I'm not going to get into that, but you want to have the most relevant keywords in there, and you don't want to have too many, or else Amazon's not going to rank you properly. So that's the most important stuff. And now the next part to get your first sale is pictures. Okay, pictures are so incredibly important. You don't even know, like, maybe, I don't know, like, I think a lot of sellers, they don't realize how important pictures are. So what I recommend is you want to have the first picture as a 3D model of your product. So if it's a 3D model, then you can just go on Fiverr or Upwork, right? And you can type in 3D model or 3D render, and then you can find an amazing graphic designer who is going to design for you a 3D model, 3D render of your product on a white background, right? And it pretty much looks like real. It looks like, that's how you know you have a good 3D model or 3D render. If it looks real and it's on a white background, then it's good, right? And then the rest of the pictures, you just want to have them professionally done. And there's a lot of different, photographers. I have the absolute best photographers, of course, in the Ecom Freedom course that I work with and that I have with my students. And so I've got one for Europe, I've got one for North America, right? So there you go. And you really want to make sure that you're spending money on those pictures. Make sure that you're factoring in that as part of your startup costs, because if you have really bad pictures, you're not going to make any sales. Whatever you do, no matter how many times you show your product to people, no matter how many times you launch, people are just going to be like, it doesn't look good. Because on Amazon, the difference between Amazon and in real life, I can go to the store and I can pick up, the product, and I can compare like 5 different kinds of the product, and I'd be like, okay, this one is the best, right? But on Amazon, you have to convey to them that your product is the best. The best way to do that is through pictures. And that is called having an optimized listing and also having amazing pictures. Now, the next part of getting your first sale, and this is crucial, especially in 2019 when things like Facebook review groups and all that kind of stuff doesn't work anymore, you want to have an awesome PPC campaign, an awesome PPC presence. So pretty much when you're running PPC, it's going to really help you, because what you're doing is pretty much you're telling Amazon, hey, put me in for these keywords, and you're paying Amazon to show you to people. But if Amazon shows you to people and your listing isn't optimized, which we just talked about, then people are not going to be buying from you. People are just going to be like, no, whatever, like it doesn't look that good, right? So PPC really will help you. And the more reviews that you have, at least have 2 to 3 reviews. You can do that through the early reviewer program on Amazon. That's the best way in 2019. Pretty much, when you have reviews and then you combine it with PPC and an optimized listing, then you will make your first sale, and then it's going to be profitable. And that way, the more sales that you make on Amazon, the more that they'll rank you closer to the first page. And how it works on Amazon is to make sales continuously, you have to, the closer you are to the first page, the more sales you're making. So if you're on page 2 or 3, well, let me ask you, when you're searching for a product on Amazon, do you ever go to page 2 or 3? No, I certainly don't, right? So imagine what a customer, like most customers, they won't even see your product if it's on page 2 or 3. So things like PPC, things like an optimized listing, and amazing pictures will help you get closer to the first page. Now, I hope you're still following me. I know it's a lot of technical stuff, but it will really help you with Amazon and with making that first sale, which for some reason, I think it's the most mind-blowing thing when you're actually, seeing that first sale on your phone. You're like, hey, I'm making passive income. My life has changed. It's as simple as that. It's honestly crazy. It's a crazy feeling. I'm excited for you to get it. But the next thing that I need to cover is price, all right? Make sure that you understand how pricing works on Amazon. So there's something called perceived value, and pretty much how that works is when someone sees a product on Amazon, let's say it's $20, and then they see like a similar product for $10, they'll assume in their mind that the $10 product is of lower quality than the $20 product just because of the price. And they'll assume that, because it's $20, well, obviously it's got to be more valuable. It's got to be higher quality or better in some way, shape, or form. So you have to understand that. And when you price your product at first, you want to price it lower than your competition, but you also want to understand that, hey, is my competition, am I in the same tier as them? Is my product the same quality as my competition, or is it better? Because if it's better, then you can price it a lot more, and you can put in that your product is premium, you can come in at a premium angle, right? But if you're selling something super cheap, then obviously make it the lowest possible price that you can. And very important, with price, right? With price, you need to make sure that when you set a price, you keep it for a couple days. Do not change your price 10 million times because Amazon's not going to like it. They're going to kick you off your own listing temporarily. It's just going to say available from these sellers, and you're pretty much like, it's not going to be easy for the customer to buy. And so you want to make sure that you're starting off on the low end, but you're also realizing that, hey, if my product is better than the rest of them, then I can afford to eventually get to a much higher price than them. So that's how you should think about price. And there you go. This is how you make your first sale on Amazon FBA. Honestly, it's not that complicated, and it's definitely a lot easier than going to college for 4 years, I can tell you that. And it's a lot easier than working a 9-to-5 job where you have to go and 8 hours a day, and where you have to go and sit in traffic and like literally an hour each way, right? Some people even do 2-3 hours. It's insane, right? And in 2019, I just don't see why people are doing that, right? And a lot of these people don't like their jobs. And so that's why I make these videos, because I know that so many people out there, they want to live an amazing life, and they want to have the income to do that, and they also want to have the time freedom and the location freedom to do that. And so Amazon FBA is obviously an amazing tool to get you there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel for more amazing content, actually the best online business and living your dream life content that ever exists on the internet. So subscribe, like the video, leave me a comment, tell me what you think. I'll see you guys soon. Peace out.